Formative assessment in primary English writing classes. A case study from Hong Kong. Compared to traditional evaluative school assessments, formative assessment focuses on the learning process and has the potential to be far more pedagogically useful. The formative approach to assessment centered around three critical questions in the learning process: where is the learning going, where is the learner now, and how to get there. In association with these three questions, 5 categories of FA strategies can be adopted. The first category of strategies aims at clarify, share and understand learning intentions and success criteria. It answers the first question regarding the goal of learning. The second category of strategies aims at engineer effective discussions, tasks, and activities to elicit evidence of learning. These strategies are adopted in order to understand students' current state of learning to answer the second question. The third category of strategies involves providing feedback that moves learning forward. These strategies are associated with the third question concerning the methods to move learners forward to reach their goals. The fourth set of strategies, namely, activating students as learning resource to one another, and the fifth, namely, activating students as owners of their own learning, empower students to take responsibilities for their own learning and to learn from each other. The two sets of strategies provide evidence of learning as well as methods of moving learning forward. However, owing to a range of context factors, the implementation of formative assessment in schools tends to be limited and superficial. Dr. Chin Xie and Miss Yuqi Leahy, from the Education University of Hong Kong, studied the implementation of formative assessment in the English writing classroom in a primary school in Hong Kong. Their research answered 3 questions. 2 of them are presented in this video. 1. How do primary teachers make use of formative assessment at 3 stages of an L2 writing instruction cycle? 2. What difficulty, if any, do teachers encounter when adopting formative assessment in L2 writing instruction? The researchers investigated 3 English language teachers working in one public primary school in Hong Kong. They collected data through multiple methods including class observation, semi-structured individual interviews, teacher-written feedback. The class observation data were analyzed against the conceptual model through a complete L2 writing instruction cycle including the pre-writing, during writing, and post-writing stages. Interview transcripts were coded and analyzed inductively to identify emergent themes relating to each research question. Teachers' feedback written on students' writing samples was also annotated and analyzed. In the pre-writing stage, the researchers observed all 3 teachers adopted a variety of formative assessment strategies and instructional strategies to prepare students for writing. They clarified and shared target characteristics of writing so that students could have clear goals of writing. They also provided informative pre-writing instruction and engaged students in active preparation for the writing task. In the during writing stage, all 3 teachers left the writing task for their students to complete at home, therefore their engagement of this stage was minimal. Only Ms. L was observed to adopt 4 formative assessment strategies to engage her students in this stage. In the post-writing stage, all 3 teachers provided post-writing written and oral feedback and further instructions on writing. To sum up, the study found that teachers' implementation of formative assessment varied considerably. Only one of the 3 teachers made use of all 5 categories of FA strategies. The major concerns that all teachers had were students' inability to conduct peer or self-assessment owing to their age and insufficient English proficiency. Another common concern was insufficient time to prepare for teaching and insufficient class time to sufficiently engage students. For instance, Ms. Y said,
"I have no time to conduct self or peer assessment in class, and no time to customize the writing worksheet to fit my students.
Based on the research findings, the researchers extended the 5 sets of formative assessment to 8 sets through incorporating L2 writing instructional strategies. They mapped the 8 strategies along the process-based writing instruction cycle. Specifically, in the pre-writing stage, teachers should design or adapt materials for writing and assessment, ensure writers understand the goals and success criteria, facilitate planning, and elicit evidence of learning. In the during writing stage, teachers should engage writers as resource to each other through group or pair work, as well as encourage them to take up responsibilities for their writing. Teachers could monitor the writing process, identify learning gaps, and provide timely support and feedback to students. In the post-writing stage, both teachers and students should reflect on and assess the written products. Teachers can provide feedback based on which students revise their work. In addition, both teachers and students can set new goals or adjust the initial goals for the next round of writing. The researchers also encourage teachers to teach writing through multiple drafts. Comparing writing a topic through multiple drafts with writing on multiple topics, but each time only write one draft, the multiple drafting approach is more effective in developing students' writing and language skills.